So you're wondering if it's too late to sell on Amazon. I'm gonna tell you how I tell everybody else. With the amount of people buying online today, it's never gonna be a bad time to start selling products online. So if you're a follower of mine, you'll see on my Instagram a lot of people comment little things like, oh, Amazon's oversaturated, or there's not any good products to sell for the right amount of profit. I don't really pay attention to those comments because those are usually from people that don't really sell online. In my honest opinion, now is the perfect time to start selling on Amazon. Is it as easy as it once was? No, but most things aren't, especially in today's economy. The stats show that 3,700 sellers join Amazon every day, but most don't follow through and continue to sell. But the good thing about all of this, Amazon is a $1 trillion company with over 300 million customers and growing every year. Last year alone, independent sellers like you and I made up more than 66% of sales on Amazon. So there's enough room for us all. And if that wasn't good enough, Amazon is responsible for 50% of all e-commerce sales done in the United States. Now you mean to tell me you can't find a product to sell to just 10, 20, maybe 30 customers a month? I mean, that'll be a great start. When I first started selling in 2018, you heard the same negative chatter that everybody say today. Amazon would just copy your item. It's oversaturated with sellers. Nobody's buying those cheap China products. How can you survive selling during a recession? Or inflation's gonna hurt my sales or my bottom line. Now, is it possible that these things happen? Yes, there's a lot of possibilities. You could lose your job tomorrow. Is that a good enough reason not to start an Amazon business? No, it's just not good enough. I want to go into some stats for you. More than half the sales on Amazon is coming from third-party sellers like you and I. And of those sellers, 425,000 of us is doing over 100,000 a year. You got that right. 425,000 sellers is doing over 100K a year on Amazon. The key is to simply find the strategy that works for you and find the niche that works for you. A lot of people may tell you, don't sell things that you like, or don't go into these things that you think is a good thing. But now if you watch my previous video, you know that I'm closing in on 1 million in sales on Amazon after 4 years of focused hard work. For some, that's nothing, as I've been mentored by coaches doing 100K a month, and I've witnessed 20-year-old students doing 500K in their first year. So anything is possible. And me coming to you teaching you this doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to do better than me, because a lot of people do better than me. The biggest thing is about me being able to give you the education so that you can go and fly on your wings and do everything yourself. The key is for me to give you the information so that you can go and do the things you need to do to progress in your own Amazon business. And if that wasn't enough to convince you, let's take a look at this chart here that displays Amazon net sales revenue from 2004 to 2022. The last 5 years of net sales produced trillions in sales. You see that chart, right? That's trillions in sales they've done over just the last 5 years alone. With those kind of numbers, there shouldn't be any second guessing this. So let's go over some good strategies to get you selling on Amazon. When I first started selling on Amazon, I took my profits from eBay, which is about $6,000, and I dumped it all into inventory to go sell on Amazon. And luckily for me, it worked out. The strategy I use is called online and retail arbitrage. Now, what is retail and online arbitrage, you ask? By definition, retail arbitrage is the act of buying profitable products from one retailer and selling it on another platform for a higher price. For example, buying bulk limited edition coffee cups like the new Stanley Starbucks cups that came out for $24 and selling them on Amazon for $200. And online arbitrage is the same. The only difference is you're doing all of your shopping online. Another way of doing it is Amazon wholesale, and that's what I've been doing the past 2 years. With Amazon wholesale, you're getting accounts with the big box retailers and brands to get the products at a lower price direct from the distributor. This way of selling on Amazon could be a bit more pricey if you're not starting with a nice amount of money. And another way to sell on Amazon, which I wouldn't recommend for people just getting started, unless you're kind of familiar with the business, is called private label. Private label is basically finding popular products and slapping your own personal brand on them and selling them on Amazon. Now you can find a lot of success with this, but then you got to understand there's a lot of competition, and if you don't have a lot of money, you won't be able to compete with the big boys. And there's a good chance you can lose $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, and nobody wants that to happen. It's a big boy game, man. At the end of the day, the biggest thing is going to be getting started. Selling on Amazon is not a get-rich scheme, but if you're ready to run a real business, I believe selling on Amazon in 2024 is for you.